Couple of years down the road, you have picked up several new hobbies.
Okay. Like what?
You have just been like inspired to do more like, creative work outside of like stand up.
Okay.
And
Like
so
what else am I doing?
you're writing haikus.
Like straight up traditional haiku? Are these like themed? Are they funny? Like what, or am I
That
writing like actual sincere poetry?
you're writing, so some of it is like commentary, some of it is kind of funny, some of it isn't. It kind of just depends upon the haiku mood that you're in that day. Um Traditional 5 7 5 syllables, baby.
Okay.
You actually get tattooed on your arm 5 7 5, and they're like arranged in like a artistic manner. You
Oh,
regret,
okay.
yeah,
Good.
you regret it
I re
immediately.
yeah, why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Are you
You've
fucking kidding me?
you've fallen in with this group. You guys call yourselves the Haiku Crew, and you guys hang out. You go to like uh haiku bars and stuff like that. Uh, where it's like they have like haiku poetry there that you can like themed, you know what I mean? So you can read the poetry at night. They have haiku readings. There are some people who have written haiku novels, like a novel in haiku, basically. So you're kind of getting into that.
This sucks. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it, but like I just don't feel like I need that in my life.
Are you telling me though that you don't need matching black jackets that say the haiku crew on the back?
I mean, you didn't say that.
Well,
You're just presenting me with that idea.
yeah, you guys get like matching jackets, and you guys, you don't become like best friends, but you guys, you see these guys a lot.
Yeah.
You guys, like I said, you go out to different places. You actually the night before, you had actually done your first public reading of one of your haikus. It was like, "My name is Aaron. Sometimes I like to sleep in. Fuck, balls, shit, balls, fuck." So,
I'm an artist.
yeah, and people like they dug it. They get what you're doing, but not all your poems are like silly. Like you have one where it's like, "Every morning I look outside and see the birds and wonder how they sing." You never read that one out loud to anyone, though.
But I do write it down.
Yeah,
So
I
it
mean,
is recorded
yeah. Oh,
because
yeah, yeah.
that is horrific.
You think so?
Yeah, Pat, that's not a good poem.
But you're like, well, I don't know. This is like really deep because you're like, why? How do they sing?
There's a perfectly good explanation answer to that question within seconds. If I
Yeah,
pick up my phone and go, how do birds sing? I'll know that answer.
right. But like, you don't want to ruin the magic. You know what I mean?
I don't care.
Another one of your hobbies that you've been getting into is like bird watching. So you're doing
Oh
like multiple
no.
things. So you've been like cataloging, the birds of the morning and the birds of the evening. And so you are starting to recognize some of the songs, you know what I mean? One morning you wake up and you swear that you hear they're singing Smoke on the Water. You
The
grab,
birds.
yeah, you
The
grab a microphone.
collective birds.
No, there's just a single bird out that
To
morning.
sing and it's singing the words to smoke on the water.
Yeah, a single bird on a summer's morning. And so like you wake up and you hear like tweet, 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 tweet. And you're like, what the fuck? And before you can like record it, like, it flies away.
Insane.
And you watch it fly away, and you swear, even though you know that it's just like an optical, not an optical illusion, but you know it just doesn't happen. But as it disappears on the horizon, you swear it flies into the heart of the sun.
I'm not gonna stare at the sun to watch a fucking bird fly away. That's gonna hurt my eyes.
Yeah, so
I'm
you
this isn't
you
what's the
avert
deal with this bird?
avert your gaze and you immediately go into haiku mode. You're like, I saw a firebird fly deep, 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 far, far away. Balls, fuck, shit, fuck, balls. You write it down into your secret haiku book. You have a secret haiku journal and you have like a regular one. The regular one are the ones that when you die, you want them to be published. The other ones are ones that you're like, no one can ever know that I did this. And that's, another one of them. I'm not saying that,
I just had to get it out of me, kind of a thing.
yeah, every once in a while you just go into like a full on haiku mode. So you're into haikus, you're hanging out with the haiku crew. You start, like I said, bird watching. You start appreciating music more. You famously in the past have you just drive around listening to nothing, dead silence for hours and hours. But now you're like, no, I'm gonna like start appreciating music. And so you get really into folk music. You start hanging out with these dudes. You call yourselves the folk, and
Oh
you
Lord.
you guys like hang out and you discuss like the different looming figures of folk. You know what I mean? The giants whose shoulders we stand upon. Pete Seeger, Bob Dylan, but you do not bring up his electric work.
All right.
It's all it's acoustic Bob Dylan or it's nothing. Actually, he may as well be dead. And to some of these people in the folk, he is.
It's too fucking far, man.
Well, yeah, I mean,
That's too far. I'm not gonna put up with that shit.
well,
You
look, you're
can't
not
say
like,
you can't like this version of Bob Dylan.
but it's the folk. But you know that, dude.
That's
Like you join up with these guys, and you just kind of intrinsically know, like, I can't. I'm not going to bring up like any of his later stuff. So you're hanging out with them. You guys go to the Monsters of Folk Festival. There's a band playing called What the Folk that you guys really want to see him play. It's fucking awesome.
this all sucks.
You start writing like a erotica about a like a milkman, like a delivery man in the 1950s, and all of his sensuous adventures. But you're publishing it online under like a pen name, so people don't know it's you.
Wait, I'm writing erotica about a 1950s milkman.
Yeah, 1950s
What
milkman erotica.
what what is his name?
Purvis,
Ugh.
Purvis the milkman.
And he's just fucking a bunch of housewives while their husbands are gone.
Yep. Well, they're not all housewives. I mean, he's not. You know, it's not like that's his thing. It's just in the 50s. That's usually.
This is a bisexual milkman.
You haven't really explored that part of it yet. You've thought
It's
about it.
just
You're like, maybe I'll have like, a bisexual encounter with Purvis the Milk and the erotic adventures of Purvis the Milkman. But for now, you're kind of sticking with whatever. You've only written a few of them. You know, what I mean, you've only written like three of them, and so you publish them under the name Danny Goodwin.
oh no.
And so,
Oh,
but
I'm
they're just
sorry, Danny.
but like it's not for money, you know what I mean? It's just like a thing that
It's
you
for the
do.
love of it. It's for the love
You've
of it, for the love of the erotica.
you have been getting really into this stuff because
I'm into this.
you're into this because a few months ago you kind of had you know how like you get it's worse when you get really close to a goal and not accomplishing it as opposed to just never even being
Yeah, yeah,
close at all.
yeah,
There's Charmin's, they're doing like new live action commercials starring like the bear family that they have. You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about? Where it's like
Oh,
there's
do
baby
I?
bear. Yeah,
Yeah,
of course. You're familiar with the Charmin bears. And
yeah.
so you were applying or not applying, you were auditioning for the role of the dad and
Daddy Bear.
daddy bear. And you went to it was being uh held at Lanalax Studios. The producer of it is this guy. He is probably about 9 feet tall. He's got like very long, very fine blonde hair.
Yeah,
And
9 feet.
yeah, and in the sunlight, it like sparkles. His name is Mr. Cool. And so when you got there and did your audition for it, like things went really well. Like you read the script, they had you improvise a few lines just to kind of see, you know what I mean? And so things the audition went really good. But at the end of it, Mr. Cool was like, Aaron, I think that the dad role is not for you right now. I want you to audition for the baby role. And so and you do, and you throw yourself into it. And like the baby bear wears like a
I'm at least 40 years old at this point, and I'm playing a baby bear.
well you're well no, you don't get it, but you're
Oh,
auditioning
oh,
for it. And so
oh, somehow even worse. Yeah,
yeah. And so you audition for it, you're and you get really, really, really into the role. And you like wear like a barely there diaper when you audition and stuff.
oh,
You call yourself the barely there bear. And they have you go through like 7 or 8 rounds of this of auditions. And it's between like you and like a bunch of other people. Um Eventually the role goes to Michael Sarah, but
great.
you were so close. He like Michael Sarah came, honestly, if Michael Sarah didn't come in last minute and knock it out of the fucking park, you would be the new Charmin barely there bear. And so after that, you just were like you had this not necessarily crisis, but you had time to reflect on that and go like, I need to just start doing stuff just because I love to do it. Like you wouldn't love that role. You know what I mean? You don't love auditioning for commercials. That's not what you love. You're just doing that, for
Yeah,
money.
yeah,
And so you're like, you know what? For the next couple of weeks, I just want to either create things or just be around like culture. You know what I mean?
yeah.
And so you start doing all of these like very fulfilling hobbies. The problem is that you spend all your time doing it. And so you become so obsessed with them that like you stop going to work and shit like that. And
Oh no.
you start running out of money
Why did I become so irresponsible all of a sudden?
because being so close to that role, like I said, it just
Oh my
fucking did a
God.
number on you, man. And you were like, and you've been pumping out haikus at a very impressive rate. You're writing folk songs of your own that you doubt anyone will ever hear them, but you write them at home and you just like you don't play an instrument, so you just sort of like sing.
Third of my haiku is fuckball, shitballs, fuck. A third of them. A third of them.
Yeah.
I'm not pumping out haikus at an impressive rate.
Well, you're doing a bunch of them, you're inspired a lot. You go into haiku mode like at a drop of a hat these days. And like when you didn't get the role, Mr. Cool called you and you decided to like recite him a haiku. You were like, Mr. Cool, oh man, this is not the call I wanted, but hey, that's life.
But hey, that's life.
Yeah. So you're kind of like hanging out one morning and you're feeling a little stressed financially when your phone rings. You look down, it's just a red L. What do you do?
I mean, I would answer it. Probably. I don't know. Am I like expecting am I like looking for jobs? Like, do I have
Um,
any reason for anyone to be contacting me?
well, yeah, I mean, it's not like just because you get really into this, like you still talk to your friends and family and stuff. So people really don't like they don't know that you're having these problems, these financial problems. You know what I mean? They think that you still have a job. You know what I mean? You haven't really brought
Okay.
it up.
Okay, good.
Do you answer the phone?
Yeah, I'd answer the phone.
Hey, Aaron. This is Jezebel calling you from the Lanalax Corporation. We have an income earning opportunity for you. Do you have a moment to speak?
See, yeah, sure. What are you looking for?
She's like, "Well, I'm looking here in your file, and it says that you're having
I hate that.
a little bit of financial problems, but
Yeah.
don't worry, baby. Don't worry, baby. I've got a bone." She kind of like
Can you just tell me what you want?
she's like, "Yeah, basically,
God damn.
The Lanalax Corporation are trying to find the Lanalax Corporation are trying to find a cure to itchy buttholes." And she's like, says here in your
Problem that
file,
plagues us all.
yeah.
Yeah.
She's like, in your file, it says that indicates that you would be, you know, someone who really fits this criteria.
What in my file makes you think that I would be a good fit for this?
Oh, because there's 9 stars next to your name, indicating that you probably have an itchy butthole. And so
Well, what about me makes you think that?
she just laughs and goes, "Aaron, come on." She's like, "All right, so basically,
Jesus.
she gives you the details and stuff. The deets are, you'd come in and you'd participate in this like medical study that they're doing. Like I said,
How humiliating.
you go in and you do the study. You might be given a placebo. I mean, who knows? Basically, it's just like you go in. They have a few different things that they've already invented that they're like, honestly, these do the trick. Like not 100% yet though. So like, don't expect miracles, but basically you'd come in, you'd you know you'd get slathered up, or you slather yourself. It's really up to you. And then whatever makes you the most comfortable, and then that's it. You just let us know how you feel. It's like a
I don't
three
have a
day.
chronically itchy butthole. That's like not a problem that I have in my life. I don't, so, which means that they're gonna have to do something to make my butthole itch, which I really don't like.
She just laughs and she goes, "Oh, Aaron, no, no, no. We're not saying you have a chronically itchy butthole." She's like, this is part of the study. She's like, it's like I'm just the representative, I'm not a scientist.
Who is this for if not somebody who has a chronic condition?
Well, that's who
Because
it's ultimately for,
I'm
yeah.
I'm not somebody who gets like such an itching asshole with a frequency that would require medication or to be slathered up, as you said, slathered up,
Slathered.
not like apply a dot to to an area that is itchy, but you said slathered up to the point that I might need assistance with it.
Yeah.
I'm who I don't want to slather my asshole up or have it slathered for me.
She's like, "Well, yeah, Aaron, look, I mean, at the end of the day, who wants to get all slathered up? Probably no one. Or maybe some people, who knows? The point is that if you come in and you do this study, as part of it, you get compensated $5,000."
What do they want? All I know is they want me to show up and have my asshole slathered.
Yeah, she's like, you just you
Yeah,
show
then
up,
what?
you just get slathered, and you solve a few puzzles, and then you go home. You let us know how how that hole feels, and you can skip on out of there. Five
So
grand in your pocket.
I have to get like my butthole greased up, and then I have to just like sit around with it. Like that sounds like it would feel so disgusting.
She goes, it's surprisingly smooth.
What, lady? You don't know
She goes, they told me to say that. She's like, that's like part of it. She's like, again, I'm not a scientist.
how long do I have to be there with this slathered asshole?
2 hours. Unless you do the
Do I have
puzzles really quickly, then
so I what do you mean by puzzles? What kind of puzzles are we talking?
just brain ticklers, stuff like that. Maybe there's actual puzzles.
But at most I'm there 2 hours and then I can like get the stuff off of me
She's
and
like,
then I
yeah.
leave.
She goes 2 hours in and out. And she goes, oop, in
No,
and
there's
out.
no in and out.
She goes, no, I mean, she goes, I miss, she just like laughs. She goes, pardon the pun. Pun unintended.
You're talking about slathering up my asshole.
She's like,
This is
I'm
not a
not doing
situation where
anything.
this is not a situation where there are room for puns. We're talking about having my butthole slathered
And like she kind of
with this
goes,
goop.
she's like, Aaron, here at the Lanalax Corporation, we believe that there's always room for puns. However, your aversion towards it has been noted, and I will do my best to refrain from using them, even though it's really punny. Damn it.
Fucking hate
Any,
this.
she goes, anyway, so what's up, big boy? You in?
$5,000, 2 hours of my time. What are there potential side effects for this? It's a topical ointment that I'm
Yeah.
gonna have to slather on my asshole.
She goes, no, there don't seem to be any side effects. No, we've run this on we've done a lot of like animal testing with this, and so far, yeah, nothing.
But it has yet to be tested on humans.
Yes.
I would be the first human
She's like,
to
yeah.
have this. So
She
I
goes,
was the number one candidate. This sucks.
she goes, she goes, you're Neil Armstrong, babe.
Yeah, fine. $5,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, fine. I'll come in, I'll slather it up,
Yeah.
I'll do some puzzles or just stare at the clock for 2 hours and then I'm scraping it off and I'm getting the hell out of there with $5,000.
She's like, oh yeah, love it. Alrighty. Can you come in today?
Yeah, can I? I guess. Yeah.
She goes, yeah.
Can you cut that check today?
She goes, you know it. We're
Great.
always ready.
Fine.
So you drive out to like the Lanalax Labs. It's like on the outskirts of town. You go in and you meet like the doctors who are doing the study. They kind of explain what the ointment is and exactly like how everything their study works. You don't really pay attention. So they're like, all right, here you
What do you
go.
mean I don't pay attention? I'm gonna have to slather the stuff on
Well,
my
they were
exposed asshole.
you don't pay attention to the science behind it. You know what I mean? You're just like it all goes over your head. They're like, well, the particles of the, you know, and you're just like after they say the word particles, you're just like no idea what you guys are talking about. So basically, all you got to do is take just a little bit amount of the ointment and just sort of rub it, you know, rub.
Slather was what I was told.
They go
How much?
slather.
Yeah, that's what I was told. The word slather was used. How
They're
much
like
of this ointment do I have to put on my asshole?
oh like just like a very small amount, like a small little dot.
Fine. Then I do that instead.
They're like, oh
and
yeah.
I
They're like, yeah,
do that.
sorry. They're like, I don't know why they would have said that to you. They go, who'd you speak
I
to?
don't know either. Look, I didn't catch their name. I was pretty caught off guard by the whole notion that I was the most qualified person to have my asshole slathered with an anti-itch cream. Out of everybody in your database, I was at the top of the list. 9 stars, they said.
He goes, yeah. And he goes, do you know how
That
rare?
that blew
He
my mind.
goes, do you know how rare 9 stars are?
No,
You
I
got
have no idea what the fuck your grading system is about, but I don't think I'm like the most qualified person in this case. Just give me the fucking ointment so I can rub it on my asshole and we can get out of here in 2 hours. Is it
he
2 hours?
he's like, yeah, unless
Or
you
until I complete these puzzles or whatever the fuck, whatever dumb. So stupid.
so he gives you the tube. Uh you bring you into like, they have like a, you know, bathroom. So you go in there and I gotta tell you, Aaron, it is surprisingly smooth. At first, obviously, you feel it when you first put it on, but after that, it's just like it's nothing. You know what I mean? You
Great.
feel nothing. And so
Great.
you walk out, you sit down, and they're like, okay, so we just have like some puzzles for you to do, and they're just like there's they're puzzles of like literal puzzles where there's puzzle pieces and shit like that, and there's only like 8 pieces, so like you do it pretty quickly, and they're like, holy shit, they're like, wow, that's a lot faster than we thought it would take. Okay, cool. Well, Aaron, you're good to go. And
Why
yeah,
would they think that? Why would they think that I would struggle with an 8 piece puzzle, Pat?
they go, I don't know, man. It sounds like we've been getting some details wrong. I mean, there's slathering, there's this whole 8 piece thing. He goes, sorry, man. Usually we're a bit more organized, but we got a new office manager, so and they are a pain in my ass. Let me tell you about
It's
this
fine.
lady.
Can I leave? Can I just go? Can I just get my fucking check and get out of here?
He's like, oh yeah, yeah,
Thank
sorry.
you.
It's just it's been a while since I talked to anybody. So
I'm sorry. That's unfortunate. You should try to, seek out some comfort through another human being. But I'm not at a place right now. I have your formula drying on my asshole. I really want to go home and wipe it off.
and he goes, what'd you think, by the way? Surprisingly
I
smooth?
I don't know what the fuck that means. Surprisingly smooth within the context of a topical cream on my asshole. I don't get it.
Right. So he's like, oh, okay. So you go home. Uh
Smooth.
yeah. You go to bed and you have a dream. You have a dream, and this it's kind of vague, but what you remember is like it's almost like you're looking at like a cell, a single celled organism, you know? And then it does, that thing they do, just like spontaneously like creates another one of itself.
Yeah, yeah.
You just have like that kind of as like a weird, vague dream.
Of a single cell splitting into 2 cells.
Yeah.
Okay.
The alarm goes off. It's a who let the dogs out? Who,
Who,
who, who,
who,
who,
who,
who.
who, who?
It's actually a recording that you made of yourself singing it. So you're like,
Why?
you just thought it was funny.
That's
So you're
yeah, that's
awake.
pretty good.
You're awakened to the sound of your own voice singing "Who Let the Dogs Out," and you let it play for like a few seconds and as you're like laying in bed, you're kind of like singing along too.
Yeah.
So they're going. So you hear yourself go, "Who let the dogs out?" And you kind of like, who, as you're like laying on that
Waking up.
fucking pillow of yours. Yeah.
Okay.
You turn it off. You stretch, and suddenly you're like, "What the fuck?" And you look over, and in the bed next to you is you.
What?
He opens his eyes, looks right at you,
God damn it. What the fuck is this?
and that's what he says too at the exact same time.
No, I got split into 2 versions of me because I put the stuff on my asshole.
The other Aaron goes like, "Holy shit." he's like, oh my god, I can't believe this happened. I went in and did that study and put that cream on the thing or whatever on my butt, and now there's two of us. He's like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's yeah, it's crazy.
The phone rings. You look down. It's that red L.
Yeah, I answered immediately. They go, what the fuck do you want? What have you done to me?
You hear like a voice on their end. They're like, oh hey Aaron. My name is Dr. Butt, and I am in charge of this whole butt itch operation that we got going on. Appreciate you taking part in it.
There's a
Uh,
second version of me that I just woke up next to. I had a crazy dream about a single-celled organism splitting into two versions of itself, and then I woke up and I split into a second version of myself. What the fuck is happening? The only thing that I did differently yesterday than normal is putting your cream on my asshole.
yeah. And so
What happened? What the hell's going on?
so you start to say all that, and the other Aaron like kind of like puts his hand over your mouth, like shh, don't say anything.
Shut the fuck up.
He goes, Aaron,
Me?
he goes, Aaron, we have to figure this out. He goes, don't tell them anything.
What the fuck do you want me to do? I have no special skills. I'm not going to be able to change us back into one version. This is going to require some sort of expertise. And I'm talking to the people who did this to us.
He goes, yeah, what do you think they're gonna do when they find out that this is what's happening?
I don't fucking know, but I can't do anything. I can't do anything else. I can't do anything other than talk to the only people who know what happened here. What the fuck am I supposed to do? Call the cops and say, hey, yeah, I split into two versions overnight, like a single cell, like in the dream I had. I just split into a second version of me.
So he removes his hand. Do you like say all that stuff to
Yeah,
the yeah?
100% I do.
Dr. Butts is like, oh man. He's like, all right, we're gonna need to have you come back here, I guess. We gotta take a look at this.
Yeah, no shit.
He goes, woof, yikes.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Whoa.
Yikes.
Yeah, like he thinks
Whoa.
he thinks that he's hung up. So he's just going like, oof, man. Good.
This sucks.
So you get out of bed, and you start like getting changed, and like the other Aaron walks into your closet and starts like putting on clothing and stuff too.
Wait, is he nude next to me?
No, he's wearing the exact same thing that you're wearing, but you're wearing white boxers with red hearts on them. So he gets out of bed, he gets changed too, and the clothes fit perfectly.
Well, yeah,
For a
he
second,
looks like, I mean,
you're like, holy shit, because you're like, whoa, those like really fit. So you go out, and then he goes, Aaron, I don't know about this, man. He goes, do you really think we should do this?
what's the alternative? Provide me with an alternate suggestion and we can figure it out.
He's
What
like,
is your suggestion that we should do instead of talking to the people who know who are the cause of what's happened here?
he's like, Aaron, I'm the clone. He's like, what do you think they're gonna do to me?
I go, I don't know. What else do you think we should do? What is your suggestion?
He's like, oh, you got me there, I guess.
Yeah,
All right. Jumps in the car with you. He's like, hey, can we stop for ice cream, do you think? Or
yeah, sure. You want to get yeah, get an ice cream.
so
I know how much you love them.
you guys stop for ice cream. What's your favorite type of ice cream?
Man, it depends. You know, I can go a lot of different ways. Um, yeah, I don't know. Are we talking just like scoops, or
Yeah.
is this like a treat scenario where there's like an ice cream sandwich situation
No, this is
or
a scoop situation.
pure scoops? Man, you can never go
Pure
wrong with
scoops.
Cookies and cream is a classic.
Yep.
Mint chocolate chip is I'm a peanut butter chocolate head. So if there's
Sure.
something like that, sign me up. I love a good Mexican vanilla.
Yep. So you end up getting like the peanut butter coffee. Your clone's like, make
The
that.
chocolate, peanut butter chocolate.
Yep. Your clone's like, make it two.
I hate
And
coffee.
the person behind the counter as they're ringing you up, they're like, "Oh man, I've always wanted to have a twin. What's it like?"
I look at her and I go, I don't know. He just appeared next to me today. This is our first. I've literally only known him for like 30 minutes.
She laughs. She's like, "Oh, you should be a comedian. You pay
Thanks.
for the you pay for the ice cream and leave.
How annoying.
You go jump into the car and you're like, you turn to talk to their Aaron. You go like, look, I know that like you're a little freaked out, but think put yourself in my shoes. You know what I mean? Like I'm just as freaked out as you. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what else is going to happen.
Yeah.
Uh, you turn to say it, and the other Aaron slashes your throat.
So what the fuck?
He had scooped.
What?
He had grabbed a a plastic knife from like inside, and he did it
Why
so
does an ice
hard.
cream place have a plastic knife? What are you cutting up? Why is this an option?
I don't know, but he grabbed several of them, and he was able to use all of them at once to just like slice your fucking throat open.
This
He
fucking
goes,
sucks. Where did he gain this skill? Because it's one that I don't have.
he goes, I'm not going to be poked and prodded for the rest of my life, Aaron. I have a
What
life
the
to
fuck?
lead. As you're like bleeding, he also grabs the other thing of ice cream that you never got a chance to eat.
Yeah.
And as the life drains out of you, you just watch yourself essentially just eating 2 scoops of ice cream,
This
laughing
fucking sucks.
maniacally.
This sucks.
The clone Aaron turns out to be like an evil Aaron, and
Yeah.
he goes on to have a prolific career as a criminal, just robbing and stealing and ripping people off. You go down in history as one of the greatest criminals who's ever lived.
Great. I'm already dead.
Yeah, but he like hides your other body, so like no one even knows.
Well, it doesn't matter to me because I'm fucking dead because my clone slashed my throat after I bought him ice cream. I
Yeah,
paid for that.
and he took over your life.
Yeah. Sucks. This